This presentation will share our company's experiences with building and deploying artificial intelligence-based systems within the collection industry. All the speech in this presentation is artificial. Sadly, my partner and I are not human and will not be getting paid for any of our hard work today. We would like to start by introducing ourselves.
What link could he possibly have to a company such as Quantrax? Today, Raymond Kurzweil is acknowledged as one of the greatest thinking machines of our time. He is credited with the invention of several futuristic technologies and processes.
Just as Stevie Wonder utilized computer technology in his music, since 1991, the collection industry has been utilizing smart software built by Quantrax to obtain significant increases in efficiencies, levels of automation, and productivity.
Among his many theories, he says that biological intelligence is primarily pattern recognition, and that when we combine the speed, storage, and the memory of computers, we can create non-biological machine intelligence.
As early as in 2020, he predicts that the exponential advances in processing power will result in computers exceeding the memory capacity and computational ability of the human brain. Unlike most collection software developers who started out with a background in collections, we are a software engineering company who thought about the collection industry in new and unique ways. We are a software technology company. Since 1991, we have used our significant domain experience to deliver high-end, industry-leading, intelligent solutions for the collection industry. When we mention artificial intelligence, we are talking about designing machines that can think like human experts. When we use the technology in day-to-day business applications, we have created an expert system.
When would expert systems be most beneficial?
The item fuzzy thinking refers to the instances where the answer is not yes or no, but it is maybe. When things are not black or white, but you are dealing with gray areas. As you review the list of items, you will see that they are all applicable in the collection industry. With traditional database systems, you have to make program changes if you want your system to do anything automatically. With time, your needs will change, and that means more modifications. It is not only the cost, but the time that has to be considered. In a knowledge-based system, you work with the user, stored knowledge, and a powerful computer program called an inference engine. Working together, they can make intelligent decisions throughout the life of an account. With a true expert system, you should be able to make rapid changes to your business processes and implement them without any changes to your software. Knowledge is a key part of any expert system. In fact, expert systems are sometimes referred to as knowledge-based systems. But what is knowledge? Let us start with a report of clients and fees earned. Sort the report by the fee. Show the fees for each client as a percentage of the total fee. Now you have something that is of much more value. Information is much more useful than data.
Along with the fees, what if you could show the costs expended for each client and its percentage of the total costs? That is knowledge. While every company has plenty of data and information, very few have knowledge. Since expert systems require knowledge, this is one of the greatest challenges in the implementation of this technology.
Let us try to understand how a collection expert thinks about what they should do with each account. Teaching a collector to make the correct decisions is very difficult. What about working through and making the right decision on thousands of accounts? That has to be almost impossible. Could we teach a machine to think like a collection expert would? Almost every collection company has a business model that is based on what its collection software can or cannot do. Unfortunately, traditional software is limiting, and you are compelled to make many compromises. What if you could design your workflows, assuming your system could do anything? You would probably have very different business models. This is what a true expert system will allow you to do. You can do much more than we have suggested. You could temporarily stop an account being worked and have the system look at it in the future. You can think in the future based on what happened or the conditions that exist at the time, all without anyone ever touching the account.
With intelligent software, a collector could request the same broken promise letter on 20 accounts, but the system could send 15 in English and 5 in Spanish without the collector having to do anything different. And why could the system not look at every payment and decide whether the collector deserved credit or not? If the payment was unscheduled, why shouldn't the system look up the rules, send a letter offering the debtor an arrangement, and transfer the account to a house collector?
You are aware of using scripts to help inexperienced collectors. Imagine a system where you did not need to create scripts. What if the system could quickly read an account and make up the script just before the account was presented?
Automated collection systems have been around for a very long time. Unfortunately, levels of automation have not kept up with exponential increases in the processing power of computers. We have not taken advantage of the opportunities to dramatically increase productivity in our industry.
Introducing intelligent technology into your business is a significant change. It will usually be accompanied by the re-engineering of your operations. You must be prepared to invest in those changes. In the traditional model, we would pay little attention to small balances and work all of the other accounts, even though we could only collect 15% of them. In the new model, accounts are scored and worked based on collectability. You need technology that allows you to manage and apply expensive resources based on this collectability model. Even though intelligent software has great potential, it is not for everyone. It requires extremely proactive thinking and significant changes to the way you look at the role of software in your business.
These are only a few of the variables that must be considered when a decision has to be made about an account. Adding business rules, tactics, or logic to a database system does not give you an intelligent product. Artificial intelligence-based systems are built on a different technology platform. They can offer you significantly more than a product which was enhanced to be smarter and more competitive. There can be no comparison between traditional database systems and intelligent software. They are not just different. Intelligent software will always produce better results.
Did you know that the DNA of a chimpanzee differs from that of a human by less than 5%? Even though our competitors would probably disagree, comparing data-based collection systems with knowledge-based technology would be like comparing a chimpanzee's abilities with that of a human.
Just imagine, you could be playing golf in Florida in winter, and the system could be thinking and making decisions like you would. We have several examples of where a key management person left a company, but the loss was hardly felt because most of their knowledge was stored in the system. Based on our experiences, the lack of good business knowledge and the need for strong proactive management are the most significant challenges that most companies will face. We believe that the predictive dialer was the last great innovation for the collection industry. But that was over 20 years ago. We believe that this industry is badly in need of change, and that intelligent software is the only option you have for a quantum leap in productivity. This technology has addressed several management challenges that we continue to live with in spite of over 25 years of automation. Ask 100 collectors in the same company about how they would handle a somewhat complex collection situation, and you will probably get 50 different answers. There may only be one correct answer. Who is in control? This technology allows management to take control.
Intelligent software is a radical change. It pushes technology to its limits. It requires a special mindset to effectively utilize intelligent technology. But once it is mastered and adopted, it is almost impossible to compete against.
Is this really an expert system?
Yes. We have the only technology that has successfully replaced high-level decision-making with machine thinking. Others have tried to add decision-making to their products. Sadly, they fall far short of a system designed ground up to be intelligent. In many systems, status or close codes merely mark an account for future collection activity. These codes can affect statistics, how a collector receives credit for a payment, letter generation or reporting. They can be trained to be very smart, with no program changes. Why would you sell a client a letter series when you can offer a series of letters and/or phone calls? The frequency of the calls, the action to be taken when there is contact, what happens at the end of the series, everything could be managed by the system with no manual operations. And by the way, if you make a series of phone calls to a number, the system can make sure that all the calls are not placed at the same time of the day. Smart codes are really smart. They can be entered by users or the system. They direct users. They can think, count, score, react, change things, make decisions, schedule action, send letters, transfer accounts, present screens, display scripts, and more. You can make decisions based on exactly where the debtor is located, what you have spent on working the account, potential fees, other accounts the debtor has with you, scores, in fact, almost anything that could contribute to the collectability of an account. You never have to worry about exceptions. The same smart code can behave in hundreds of different ways. If it could not do that, it would not be intelligent. This is how humans think. We adjust quickly and easily for the same situations, but under different circumstances. What else can intelligent software do? Different letters would print based on where the debtor was located or the language they speak. Imagine setting up a sequence of steps for a collector to follow and the system forcing them to perform the required actions in the specified order.
If the system was really flexible, it could create dialer campaigns without any manual operations. What if you could sort your queues by balance and also make sure that the highest balances were always worked at least once every 12 days? Do you do that now? Massachusetts was the first state to limit the number of calls or messages to a consumer. In the efforts to force the collection industry to embrace responsible business practices, this is likely to spread to other states or cities. It is important to take advantage of today's PC technology. We've modernized a successful application by allowing collectors to work an account by simply pointing and clicking.
It's really simple. You are working an account. You click on Events. From the list of events, select the one you need, point, and click. Depending on what you selected, you'll probably see another list. Select another item. All of these events and sub-events can be defined by the user based on specific business models.
Taking advantage of drop-down menus, lists, and calendars, your agents are able to work accounts quickly and with accuracy. For those of you who have to document your work in detail, there is nothing to beat this technology.
We can teach software to automatically adjust its thinking, like IBM's chess machine would learn from its mistakes. And we think the day will come when a system could create and change work plans based on your targets and your progress against those goals. Scoring, skip tracing, dialers, messaging, These are all mature and tested technologies. We believe that it is only a limited number of companies that know how to integrate and make these technologies work seamlessly. This is likely to be the greatest challenge we face in the coming years. With the only expert system for collections, our technology may be many years ahead of our competition. We believe that our integrated dialer is the only dialer that can dial effectively under strict compliance. In the area of bad debt, credit scores have little value. Our neural network-based scoring product does not use a credit score and is completely integrated with the other features of the system.
Artificial intelligence is a proven technology. It is arguably your only viable choice to re-engineer your business, reduce expenses, significantly increase profitability, and let your management take control. And this brings us to the end of this presentation. Do you have any questions? Ha ha. That was a joke. We are not yet smart enough to answer your questions. Maybe one day. Thank you.
Goodbye.